Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. What you're looking at right now is a big pile on top of my wildfire lift that I had up in the air, trying to get it out of the way. You'll have to go check out my shop videos. I am, as Adam Savage would say it, I am re-infrastructuring my shop. I am changing a lot of stuff. It's going to be a completely different shop video or shop tour next time I have one. But in the midst of that is this right here. And this is my Harbor Freight air hose reel. I've gotten a few questions about it. Had one specific guy ask me to do an update video on it. So that's basically what this is, plus a little bit of a modification I'm going to do to mine. Hopefully you guys won't have to do the same for yours. But regardless, it has worked great for me. It still goes in and out just fine. I'm getting ready to put it in a different spot, and it's not actually going to move a lot from where I was at. I actually like it on the wall that I had it on. When we're done here, you'll kind of see where it is and where it was. But I had always had it sitting like this with the hose coming out the bottom, and the hose always kind of sat in there kind of funky, and I'd bring it around, kind of sit it in here. It's a whole thing. Regardless, it was in my other video where I put this together and put it up on the wall. The reason I did that was because even though in that video a lot of people didn't see it, I pulled the hose out to put it up on the wall, but it's still pretty heavy to hold on to. But unfortunately mine, the sockets or the holes that you put your screws in the wall, and then you set this on there, and then you put your top screws in. Well, if I use it the way I did last time, that puts this down here on the bottom where I don't want it. So in order to fix this, I am going to go ahead and take my cutoff wheel here, and I am actually going to groove these so that I can put the screws in the wall where I want them, set this down the correct way, and then I'll just have some washers and some screws will hold it in as well. I'm not worried about it slipping off of here, and even if I decided to change this and put it up on a ceiling, which I just don't really, if the way my shop is, it won't really work right now that way. It needs to be on the wall that I want it, that I'm putting it on, so I'm just going to put it there, and it's worked fine for I don't know how long it's been since my last video. Yet again, if you're just here to look and see how do I like it, does it still work? Yes, I love this thing, absolutely love it. I have another one outside that's the roll-up one. I don't even know if they sell that anymore at Harbor Freight. But you just buy just this part, and then you got to put your own hose on it. And by the time you buy those two parts, which I had hose at the time, so it didn't cost me more, but by the time you were to buy both those things, you could almost pretty much get this one, and this just is a lot nicer. It's a lot more convenient, and it puts it out of your way so you don't have hoses on the ground all the time, which is the big thing why I like this. Is I used to have hoses strung around my shop all over the place, and it's just kind of dangerous. So regardless, I'm going to modify this one now, and I'm going to go ahead and just chop these out so that it looks like this here, where a screw or a bolt can be right here and slide on. My new fun tool. See if I can make it. Yeah, it'll work. Nope, I don't think that's going to work because, well, maybe. Bend that over a little bit. This one will work. These. That one just turned. Didn't eat as much meat as I would like. So I can get these ones, these two down here, I'm going to have to go get my ratcheting wrench for. Now, although I need to finish this off, I'm going to go ahead and show you that it works just fine. So there you go, now you know. One thing downside about this is before it was facing towards my air compressor right here, but no big whoop because there's so much more because I had it over there further. It was more in the middle of this wall right here is where it was, but actually it was only probably a couple feet over, to be honest. But where I have my lift now and the way I have things set up, this will make it so I should be able to bring this down beside my lift or under my lift real easily. And I can plug her in there and we're good to go. As you can see, the lock still works. It still pulls back. Everything works great on this thing. I'm ecstatic for the price of this and the quality. It's the same hose I've been using the whole time, and I probably use this thing at very least on a weekly, probably 2 or 3 times a week a lot of times. Sometimes I do it every day depending on what kind of job I'm doing. Admittedly, I have a lot more battery powered and electric tools that I used to use air. Air is definitely kind of going out to some extent, but there's still some stuff in the auto body part of it that the tools I have. I'll let you see my ugly mug here. So like I was saying, the tools for the auto body trade, there's still quite a few of those that I have that still work better with air than they do with any of the other ones that I've found anyways. They haven't quite matched those. Plus a lot of the air tools are a lot smaller, so therefore you can get them in a lot of tighter areas when you're doing those kind of things as well. Anyhow, like I said, I'm going to finish up with that and with the wrench there, and otherwise happy with it yet again. So hopefully the guy watches this that asked me specifically about this and what I think of it still, and a video on it. You even got kind of an install. Yet again, I don't know if the guy watched the whole thing, but I have a board back here that goes between the two studs that's leg bolted in now. I actually have leg bolts in here that I found rather than just screws. I had 4 or 5 screws along here and here. Now I got 4 leg bolts. And then the screws that I used for putting this on, I use the same ones as I did last time, and it seems to be working good. So there you go, now you know. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got something out of it. Now get out there and get your junk working. Thanks for watching Junk Works Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.